Something stupid that I have done, something absolutely stupid, and that was allowing myself to go out in the midday heat with the sun 90 degrees above in June in Thailand without a head covering, and I got sunstroke, and that rendered me into a hallucinogenic state. But guess what? While I was in my hallucinogenic state, I was trying to devise an idea for a video, which is this, talking about me being so stupid. But guess what? Someone is more stupid than me, or has displayed their ignorance in a way they portray themselves as stupid. And this particular guy is Brother Mo. There he is there, Brother Mo G3G. He made this comment on my last video, claiming that I was wayward in the way I spoke English. Well, guess what? Brother Mo 3G3 and all of the 19 people who clicked like to your comment, you're the ignorant one. You're portraying yourself as a fool. Stick around, because I'm going to prove it. I shouldn't have to prove it, but because you're so ignorant of the English language, I'll have to do it this way. I'm so sorry, but you started it. I hasten to add that I have no animosity towards this person whatsoever, but you just pushed the wrong buttons when you said that because I'm Irish and the Irish education system sits below the UK. Well, you said England, so I presume it's the UK education system. Well, I got news for you. This is what really got me going. This is the truth. Ireland consistently ranks in the top 3 education systems in the world, where the UK ranks the 20th. You see, this really gets me going. If you don't do your research, don't comment. I am from the Republic of Ireland. I was educated in the education system of the Republic of Ireland, and the Republic of Ireland education system consistently outranks the UK's education systems. You probably have more than one. I am very superior to you in terms of your education because I was educated in the education system of the Republic of Ireland, because that is far and more and outstandingly more superior to the UK education system. Deal with it. Enjoy the video. I've done something really, really stupid. I'm not the only one who does stupid things. I'm going to go through a few of the comments that I got on my last video. One of the most stupid comments I got was the fact that I used the English language in a wayward way, when in fact the person criticizing me should have done his research first, and I'll go into that in more detail. This is about doing stupid things, so it involves quite a few things, because I do more than one thing that's stupid. I have done more than one thing that has been stupid, but the thing that I did that was stupid. I went out at midday in Wang Noi in central Thailand in June, which it is now, when the sun is directly overhead 90 degrees, and I got sunstroke, and I'm not exaggerating. The crown of my head was burnt to a crisp. Now I'm not going to show you now. I'll show you when I'm out of the sun. I'll take the cap off when I'm out of the sun. You'll see it. And I was only out for, I was making a video. And as I was making the video, I was up by a canal. You may remember it in my last video. By the way, I'm getting to the individuals, and 19 of them liked the comment that guy made about the fact that my English was wayward. Everyone who clicked like is just displaying their ignorance. No, and especially the guy who made the comment in the first place. I'll go into more detail on that now in a second. Anyway, I'm displaying my ignorance because I went out without a cap. So I was doing the video by the canal. It was midday, or give or take. I was out for I was exposed to the sun from what I thought 20 minutes maximum. And this happened. I'm going to show you and I'm going to tell you what the repercussions have been. Can you see that? That mark there was when I got out of the car and I hit my head off the frame of the door of the car. It's as sore as hell. I'll tell you what happened as a result of this. This happened on Saturday about midday, as I said. And on Saturday evening, about 5 or 6 o'clock, I started to feel a little bit lethargic and, to say the least, and tired. I just had to lie down in the bed. And I lay down in the bed and I slept until the next morning. That was about, say, 7 o'clock in the evening, and I slept till the next morning. That was Sunday morning I woke up. I felt reasonably okay Sunday morning. Throughout Sunday I was working away, doing this, that and the other. And then mid-afternoon Sunday, I just flaked out. I lay down in the bed, I was drifting in and out of sleep. And at about 7 o'clock, I conked out. And I slept for 12 hours. And I woke up in a hallucinogenic state. When I say hallucinogenic, I mean my thoughts were hallucinogenic. And by the way, this happens when you go from a very, very deep sleep to a waking mode, let's say, and your thoughts are still dreamlike. Well, it was a horrible experience. It has been a horrible experience. I got myself sunstroke, and I swear to God, I am never. The reason I didn't wear my cap is because this one isn't so bad. Most of my caps are smelly, and it doesn't matter how many times you wash them. You wear them for an hour and they get smelly again. But I don't care how bad they smell. I'm never going out without a cap again, because it's absolutely not worth it. The UV in Thailand, we get UV warnings all the time. Well, it says the expected ultraviolet intensity in Bangkok today, which is the 15th of June, is 7 out of 11, which falls into the high category, high risk category. Currently the UV index is 1, which is low due to the overcast skies, but radiation levels will climb quickly as the morning progresses. Protection is highly recommended if you plan to go outside during the midday hours. So there you are. I didn't protect my head. This is not the first time this has happened, but it's the first time this has happened where I had to sleep for 12, 13 hours because my body shut down because of my brain overheated. It's a serious thing. That's one stupid thing that I have done in recent times, and there are many. But I want to draw your attention to some other stupid things that other people have done. People who left comments on my channel thinking they know it all, when in fact they're exposing themselves to complete embarrassment because they don't know anything. I'll just say this much. I've nothing against you, Brother Mo G3G, but you really should do a bit of research before you criticize positively or negatively on YouTube. That's something I have learned. But I just read his comment, and he says, my English is wayward. Your comprehension is so wayward, I can't even begin to describe. Anyway, here we go. Not sure if it's because you're Irish, but your use of English is rather wayward. You keep saying more superior. That's poor English. The word superior is already an absolute adjective. It contains an inherent comparative, meaning like greater or higher. Therefore, adding more creates a redundancy, just like saying more perfect or more taller. You see, and there have been 19 likes to that comment. One guy, Big Mick 562, says, well said. Well, Big Mick, you're just displaying your ignorance too. And David 0100, he is also an English teacher who says more superior, and someone who also states that the English language is better than Thai language, but he cannot speak Thai. Well, I can speak Thai a little bit. I do a little bit. Yes. Well, I'm not pretending to be some kind of authority. This is George Donnellan 36. Well, I'm not pretending to be some kind of authority on English language, on the English language, but just recall my English grammar from many years ago in school. We learned about adjectives, superlatives, absolute adjectives, and so on. More superior is grammatically incorrect. You're completely incorrect. And I'll explain why now in a second. We're incorrect in all but medical context, where it has a different meaning. However, I note that this chap is Irish, and I've heard that Irish educational standards sit somewhere below those. Bullshit! The Irish education system is head and shoulders above the UK education system. Anyway, what does puzzle me is the inability to speak Thai beyond a few horribly managed utterances. Having been in Thailand for 14 years and having a child here, I would have expected that learning Thai would have been a high priority for him. I have been here 15 years and can speak Thai, read and write Thai, and to the extent that I can deal with government officials, complete forms, watch TV and read the newspaper, etc. I don't claim to be fluent. If you are basically relocating to any foreign country, life becomes immeasurably easier if you can properly speak the local language. Well, yes, you're right. Well done, fair play to you. I don't speak Thai because I didn't learn to speak Thai, and I don't want to learn to speak Thai. It's a preference. Where is it written? Where is it written that I'm supposed to go and do that? You see, it is written that I shouldn't go out without a head cover in the sun because I could get sunstroke. That's written in lots of different places. That's something we should do. But here's the reason all of the above, all of these guys who I respect, and thank you very much for taking the time to comment, but this is the reason why all of them are wrong. I speak Hiberno English, just like George Bernard Shaw, W.B. Yeats, James Joyce, to name a few. Now, if you want to know, I'm going to read verbatim the reply I got from AI when I just pointed out the fact that I use an adjective to describe an adjective. Here we go. It says that I'm 100% correct about the linguistic mechanics of my own, I'll read it in the third person because it's written in the third person, of your own linguistic. Sorry, I'll start again. You're 100% correct about the linguistic mechanics of your own speech. And the YouTube commentators are showing total ignorance of how dialects work. They are judging your Irish English through the narrow lens of standard British or American English, completely unaware that Hiberno English has its own valid grammatical rules. There you go. Look, lads, you're quite entitled to criticise, but before you do your homework. You're completely and utterly wrong. You're judging me by your standards. Hiberno English has its own set of grammatical rules. It's not the same as British English. It's not the same as American English. You don't criticise an American for using a double negative. Well, maybe you do. But generally speaking, it's taken as a given. They use double negatives. That's American English. I'll give you an example of Gaelic. If I want to use the word big in Gaelic, the word is more, M-O fada or. And if I want to exaggerate or emphasize that word, and it becomes nice more big. There it is there. So look, listen lads, the thing that got me about that, when I was in my hallucinogenic state, I read that and I said, am I seeing things? 19 people reacted to that comment that my English was wayward because the commentator is so narrow-minded and stuck in his ways that he's judging everybody else who speaks English by his own set of rules, which are, I don't know, American or British English. You don't criticize an English speaker until you know what form of English he or she is speaking. Honest to God, listen, I made a mistake by going out without a hat. and I've suffered the consequences. You made a mistake of making a YouTube comment. I've pinned it, and the reason I pinned it is to highlight your ignorance. That's the truth. And by the way, this isn't an attack on you. It's just highlighting the fact that you're the wayward one. I'm not. I'm the one who's correct. And the 19 people who like that comment are just displaying their ignorance. It's better to keep your mouth closed and let everyone assume you're a fool, rather than opening your mouth and confirming it. It's so true. It's so true. I thank God. What I'm going to do now is, because I was so foolish in going out in the sun without a cap, I have to go and invest in a few more of these. It doesn't matter to what expense I put myself to with regards to buying a head covering. It's something I can't afford to go without. And what I would say to the guys who criticise me, it would be better to them to invest in a bit of research, and I use the word invest in a bit of research before they begin to criticise me, because the things that I say in this channel are well founded and accurate. And I think you'll find that I am much more, exceedingly more superior. There you go. As many adjectives as you like with superior, because in Hiberno English, that's what we do, because that's what we can do, because that's grammatically correct. God, I don't suffer fools gladly. And you know what? My wife was just saying that to me today. By virtue of the fact that I went out without a head covering, I was portraying myself as a fool, as an absolute fool. Do you know what though? I feel like I've accomplished something today. She has sent me out to do a message to buy a remote for the air conditioner. This is battered and broken. And guess what? Does it ever happen to you? Because it doesn't normally happen to me, that you get exactly what you were looking for. How about that? I got the exact one she was looking for. That's not bad at all. Well, look, stay tuned anyway, lads, because we're going to talk about some more foolish things that you can get up to in Thailand. And believe you me, making comments on YouTube videos without knowing what you're talking about is probably one of the most foolish things you could do, because you just expose yourself as a fool. I can consider myself lucky that the damage done to my skin due to my sun exposure isn't that severe. Now I'm saying that, but I don't know what will happen in the future, but none of us do. But I can tell you that I've taken I am now taking adequate precautions. But the guys who make comments on my channel, on my videos, like that individual, Brother Mo G3G, guys like him, they can't control the damage that they've done by allowing their view to be heard on a public forum. You see, you've already damaged yourself, because your credibility has been diminished, to say the very least. I get angered by a couple of things. Number one, if you call me British, which I'm not. And number two, if you say I can't speak English properly when I speak Hiberno English. Tá mé cúpla focail á scéalga a gum, tá mé a caint á scéalga. It's féidirlum a caint á scéalga. I can speak Irish and I can speak English, and the mix of the two is called Hiberno English. Hibernia being the Latin name for Ireland. My head is still killing me, but it's not as bad as it was. The pain is receding, and I hope it continues to recede. I have to go home now and do some things that I'd rather not have to do, but we all have to earn a crust. And I'd rather not have to say this about the guys who made those comments, but the fact there was 19 people like that comment, I just said to myself, come on, they can't be all that stupid, are they? I mean, well, obviously, I wouldn't say they're stupid. I'm saying they can't all be that ignorant, but they are apparently all that ignorant. I'll tell you something not to be ignorant about. ThaiDateVIP. ThaiDateVIP is a good friend of this channel. The owner of ThaiDateVIP, the guy who runs it, is from France and he lives in Hoi Hin. And many guys who watch my videos have have met their future Thai wives or girlfriends on ThaiDateVIP. They did exactly what I'm going to suggest to you to do. Click the link below in the description and register with ThaiDateVIP and see what happens. I'll urge you not to correct someone in their spoken language if you don't speak that spoken language. People who speak standard English do not speak Hiberno. Well, maybe they do, but standard English is not the same as Hiberno English, and standard English is not the same as American English. So therefore, how can someone who speaks either of the two, standard English or American English, criticize in any way, shape or form somebody who speaks Hiberno English because they don't know what they're talking about? There you go, and that's to say the very least. I know what I'm talking about because I speak Hiberno English and I also speak standard English. I can switch between the two, which is probably more than most of those people who click like to that comment can do. And if I don't speak Thai, I choose not to speak Thai. It's my preference. So there you go, lads. I hope it's your preference to stick with me for some more fantastic videos in the future. All you gotta do, remember not to be disappointed, click the like button, the share button, subscribe button, do all those wonderful things, and I'll bring you back another wonderful video very soon. Thanks for joining me.